again, it takes time for me to do this.
Yes, but like that's why I want to try this to see if we can get something working.
Just be careful you don't become that guy.
What are you talking about? I'm just trying to figure out a voice as it is.
If
Like-
he doesn't want to do a voice, he doesn't have to.
Obviously, that's why I'm just trying to see what we can do. Let's see what we can figure something out before we give up.
And it doesn't have to happen within the next 5 minutes.
How do I say it? I trust Zach enough to ask me to stop if I'm going too far, so I'm not
I've
too
asked
worried
you to
about that.
stop already.
hmm I mean, that's why I'm trying to see if we can figure something out. By the way, like,
Julius, I think he now just said that he's asking you to stop now.
I mean, I'm not continuing. I'm just saying if he wants to.
And just for the sake of completion, because I think, out of pure curiosity, Sinful, did you thought about your own voice or?
I'm gonna talk like this!
Sure.
I will drive you so insane!
I mean, I think you drive yourself mad before you drive anyone else mad.
Alright, Julius, what's your voice?
For a fucking second, I was like, wait, did Simple go away and like his daughter took the microphone? Sorry, I was like confused for a moment.
Why
Oh no, I think we should really ask.
I can talk like this all day!
Jesus Christ.
I don't think that's the voice you're gonna go with, my boy. Uh-huh.
Probably not, but I have no idea at this point. Because I gotta think of two different voices for two different times, so.
Yeah, for your like animal like this changed form and the regular form. Double the work.
I mean, the easiest way to do it would be a high and a low voice.
I do declare, Mr. Beauregard.
I mean, that sounds kind of decent.
I do believe that we will get along quite flowingly.
You get my low on burning, boy.
I mean, do you think that's a voice you'd use, or would it be another
At
one?
this point.
Mhm.
Yeah, like I said, I have no idea to where I had to I had to see what my throat's actually gonna be capable of that day.
I mean, yeah, that's the most important part of any voice, honestly. Ugh. Nothing's worse than fucking.
Yeah, I can change my voice around a lot. It's just what I can actually accomplish and how I feel that day.
I mean, what kind of voice do you even want to do? Do you want to do like a posh voice or like a sort of educated voice for your like non-bore voice, or what do you want to do? Huh?
We'll find out come next Sunday.
I mean, that's why I'm trying to talk now, because I want to see something what you got now, because otherwise you're gonna make something up 5 minutes before the next session.
That's how I've done it every other time.
Yes, that's why I think we should do it now. So it's a bit pre-made, you know.
As a DM, if somebody comes up with a voice they are fine with 5 minutes before the session or even during the session, I am fine with that. Essentially, what's the saying in English that I think that's the saying that I have no ground to stand on, because as I said myself, I'm not that good with accents because I already have an accent for my English.
No, I know. Obviously it's fine if they come up with them, but
So
like that's why I'm asking, why not?
I'm not gonna.
Why not come up with a voice now if you're gonna come up with it later? Really, that's the only reason I'm trying here.
Because now they might not have ideas, and forcing ideas is.
I mean, I'm not sure they have much better ideas 5 minutes before the session. They just ran out of time.
You never know where the inspiration will strike.
I mean, reasonable enough.
Anyways, one more thing regarding characters. Basically, as before I start, has Donut returned? Because I'm pretty sure he said that he's AFK for a moment.
I think he's going to grab food.
Yeah, because this is something
Donut!
I want to say to everyone.
Hey, Donut, are you there eating food or are you disappearing eating food? Mm-hmm. Donut.
I guess he's not back yet. Oh well. So I'm gonna
Alright, let's wait for him.
bother with that at a later time.
Mhm.
So, let's see.
Mm-hmm. Hmm?
If you have other questions in the meantime to me, feel free to shoot them my way.
Hire everything.
What is the airspeed of an unladen swallow?
I have no
Quickly
fucking
Google
clue.
it and send him flying. Uh-huh. Goodbye, GM. Whee! Mm. Mm-hmm.
I figure we used all the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you go up a size, your weapon dice
Mhm.
go up 2 steps.
Yes.
So D4 would become a D8.
Yeah, I think so. D68,
Nice.
yeah, should be.
I am getting a
Mhm.
spike on my shield.
Oh, I see, you're doing the spikiness. I do like how you can get a bigger size shield and then put a spike on it for even more nonsense.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
To be fair, I thought that the weapon damage die goes up one step, but guess I was wrong.
No, it's like size increases is 2 steps, and there are some things that increase only 1 step. Uh-huh.
Ah, right.
Like gravity bow, for example, or actually, was it not 2 steps?
I think
Let me
gravity
check.
bow is a size increase.
Yeah. Let me check.
I think if you get into custom weapons, you can start dealing with the actual die increases.
Mm-hmm.
So, how does everyone within 30 feet of me have a diehard sound?
Sounds wonderful.
That's like an easy way to kill a party when nobody refuses to lie down there, not take more damage. Uh,
That's the one that gives you extra hit points, and the fact that you
Mhm.
cannot go down, or
That's the one where you're still up if you go under 0.
okay.
Let me check.
And then they essentially have to bring you down to minus your amount of hit points to
Negative
out?
con, and then you're dead.
negative con. Okay, so not
You
as
just don't
hardcore.
You just don't go unconscious.
Yeah, yeah.
Or they could do non-lethal damage and knock you out since you'd be under 0.
No, I think it's only one size category actually. Now that I check it, more damage. So it goes from 1d4, right? To 1d6 in that case. A medium weapon going to large is 1d4 to 1d6. Mm-hmm. Yeah, sorry.
Could have sworn it was 2 steps.
Yeah, I thought so as well, but I checked to be sure. And it's only 1 step. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep, unfortunate. It would have been nice with 2 steps. It sure would have been nice. Mm-hmm.
I think this is a good trait for Jerk.
Julius, it is 2 steps.
Where does it say that exactly? I was looking at it and
Paizo
couldn't find
errata.
it. Ah, okay. It doesn't say a reduced person, increased person, so good point. That's where I thought it was the right one. Mm-hmm. In which case, you do indeed get your D8 weapon. Nice. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Why does it say that exactly? Or rather, what does it say about it? Mm-hmm.
If the size increases by 1 step, look up the original damage on the chart and increase the damage by 2 steps. If the initial size is small or lower, or is treated as small or lower, the
Oh,
initial
God.
damage is 1d6 or okay. Then it does go up to 1d6 because it is less than a d6.
Mm-hmm.
I lost hard at the example they provided in that feed flavor text, Simon. Like the example they gave, I just fucking died inside.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. And yeah, I think for what you're planning, this sounds flavor-wise. That sounds like a very cool thematic trait,
Hmm.
like MacGyver stuff.
Yeah, using bones as hooks. Brian, and
The only thing that I don't like is that the traits that give you proficiency with improvised weapons don't count as catch off guard or throw anything for the purposes of qualifying for feats.
I'm back.
Oh.
Hello.
Yeah, they
Oh,
don't
so
all-
hello, Donut, you made it.
Yeah, I had to go get some tea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, welcome back. So I wanted to mention, because I assume everyone's here, mention one more
Yep.
thing that you might consider for your characters, not mechanics wise, but plot wise, because as with immortality, as immortal beings gifted with this gift, you have interesting relation to death. Death, at least from like the way I see it as a DM and the way it's being seen in the world, is that death
Matt.
is a what?
Oh no, sorry. Go ahead. Something else. Uh-huh.
Death is a natural part of life, like ends the cycle, and to understand that, and because of what you become, as a part of the ritual, when you are during the ritual, when you are granted this gift of immortality, the eternal soul, all of your characters definitely end up in one place. I'm gonna throw you there for a moment.
We're back to that.
And essentially, you don't have to answer now. This is something that you might think about. Essentially, when your like characters are being tested, their like mind, soul, like basically they are proving themselves to have what it takes to have this eternal soul. Before you took that test, there were like many stories from others who did it, and there are many rumors were flying around because there are many stories about what you see there. Some people say they see nothing, just they feel like there's like nothing for some reason. It just like works. Other people say that during the testing they see visions of their past, of past regrets, what they are missing, what they have did wrong, and that in turn propels them to reach higher and become better person. Some people say they saw visions of future greatness, future glory, and they saw that what they can achieve being immortal in like having a long time to act. So the general question for the characters, you as a players that you might consider, is that has your characters, when they were receiving the gift, when they were being tested, when the ritual was happening, have they seen anything? Did they have any like visions or like something along those lines, or not? That's up to you.
I'm just remembering Genkiro's moment.
Follow your erection.
believe that started with the illusionary village in the castle.
Yeah.
And a player going AFK for 5 minutes. Uh-huh.
Yeah, so that was the only thing I wanted to throw to everyone. That this is like another flavor thing that they might think about if they want to.
Sure.
Pretty sure the follow your erection happened during the ritual, not in the
I mean,
Well, I wasn't in the original, so it was definitely there when I was there. And I
said ritual, I believe. But...
ritual. It was.
Yeah,
it was referenced then.
There was a illusionary village in the castle, the
Yeah.
castle that you had.
Yeah, the flying castle. It was basically there as a coping mechanism for Genkiro, because I thought it would be a neat story moment.
It was a neat story, Mona. That's why it was so silly when he showed up with the whole follow your erection just after you had a cool moment.
Pretty sure it didn't happen then. I believe the Genkiro can
Let's just drop it because we have this argument every time it comes up.
Yeah.
Has that happened before?
Multiple
Yeah.
times.
Yep.
Oh god.
Mm.
I
Mm-hmm.
mean,
How can you know that
we
the group
do
is
have
playing?
it on.
The group is playing for a long time. They have running gags. Or repeating
Good point.
discussions.
Mm-hmm. Riveting this guy. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Out
Yeah.
of curiosity, regarding like characters in general, like and has anyone like they know that they have like finished their character from mechanical side? Yeah.
I just need to do equipment,
Okay.
Yeah, same here.
which I'm working on. I'm just ordering brunch.
I'm still
I
looking
need to
through
pick up a
maneuvers and the
couple.
like.
Yeah, I need to pick up a couple maneuvers, and I'm done.
Okay.
I also need this. Yeah.
So I know that we touched about it a little bit, but if you like closing towards the slowly towards the end, like starting from Simon, like if you were to like give like a brief overview of your character, what he can do and what he might be like going towards, like what might be his role, if you are willing to give like this like a brief overview so that the rest of the party has an idea of what they might
Probably he's. Probably he grew up hearing tales of the original.
I think he's talking mechanically.
Yeah, more like
mechanically.
more like mechanical side of you.
All right. The mechanical. Well, I do attack from range. I once I've got my, Tengu wings, I'll be able to attack from higher ground and hard to reach places. If that doesn't work, I do have craft armor, so I would be able to help the NPCs craft any any
I think I posted a meme about that
monster
a while ago.
armor. But mechanically, yeah, I am a ranger who does a bit of tracking and sometimes taming up monsters.
But you do not have like animal companion or things like that.
No, that comes later. For some reason, let's see. The Beastmaster. Let me reach it.
Okay, Discord didn't pick this up, but I laughed really hard.
I think Ranger gets the companion around level 4, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ranger does.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good meme. I've seen it before myself. It's so fucking relevant.
Especially since I had to talk as out of making a winged marauder goblin.
Hey, I thought that would have been fun.
No, it would have been, but having flying at like level 1 does not make a DM happy.
Fuck flying at level 1.
Hey, I would.
I do remember my not the goblin alchemist, my halfling alchemist basically used his spine climb abilities to climb
How
up
do
to
you
the
know?
ceiling and drop bombs. Oh no, sorry.
Oh, because for a moment I thought that someone asked me and everyone got quiet and I thought I missed something.
No.
Okay, anyone else wants to continue, like, basically maybe to the rest of the party and to me, like, as a DM, so I have like the very like basic brief understanding of what might be your role in the party and what you might be capable of doing in the fight.
Area denial for me.
Guard control, multi-target damage.
Yeah. Reach weapon. Trying to get enemies to provoke attacks opportunities.
Mobility, provoking attacks of opportunities, and buffing, generally.
I think there's actually a stance now that I think about it. That if I think there's one of the style feats from Path 4 that means if enemies enter my threatened area, I get an attack opportunity.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, there it is. Ugh.
Like, he's wanting enemies to provoke. I'm provoking from enemies. And basically punishing people for being near me. Basically.
Donut, you said
Like-
you're going for polearm?
Yeah.
Okay. Gonna throw a token of one like NPC that might show up. Like the general plan for this NPC that the guild thought that they will like to protect the camp, like the outpost, the beachhead for the colony, is that someone will be blessed with the Divine Guardian template, and that's the guy.
Sure.
What was I looking for? Yeah, what fucking style do I want to trade into?
Press X to dial. Nice token you got there, Matt.
And that's his full.
Yes. I've never seen this dude before.
Yep,
Will he be
never
tossing
seen him
spears?
before.
He's named Hog. And actually, small bit of trivia, like he wasn't Divine Guardian, but I did play Polar Master on like the short-lived Pathfinder campaign way back when, as like DM basically retrofitted a Super Dungeon module to like give it a little bit of a like story, and like basically played Polar Master with. I didn't have any other idea for character art, so I took Cuckoo. So I thought I might bring Hawk back.
Okay, that has all of that in it.
Okay, and I've got that right. Basically, Sinful's character is like Murder Blender, so DPS roll or
Pretty much a buffing blender, more or less.
I mean,
Buff
buffing yourself.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I can cure. I did take that.
Yes. You can cure yourself? No?
Now with cure light wounds, I can cure other people besides myself.
+2 with -1.
I'm kind of torn on what of the martial styles from the actual like style feats. One emphasizes bracing and hitting enemies when they move into my space, while the other one, quote unquote, curses enemies if I hit them. I think with attacks opportunity, no combat maneuvers even. And once I've cursed a sufficient amount of enemies, I can expend a counter to cause them to suffer debuffs.
That's also what I could do. But my idea is to charge past people to provoke, and then make kind of ruin their day as I do so.
But I wish there was a way to that their provokes could provoke my provoke.
Proception?
If I get a way to trip with my shield and then get greater trip. But No, because it's just awful. Because it's when I initiate a strike or a counter, I can also get a free shield bash as a free action, full base
I'm-
attack bonus.
I'm thinking I should probably focus on trip as well. Eventually branch out into something like whirlwind attack or something. Or just rely on my attacks opportunity to start tripping people up. Which then
I got returned. I'm off to get my food now.
Sure.
Alright.
No, I think we
Yep.
got decent amount of character. If you want something, you could describe how we start the session, and we can be prepared for that. But other than that, I can't really think of anything.
To be fair, the idea for like the start is that it begins with the guild master, which I even have his token still around. It basically gives like grand speech in front of the like assembly, all the volunteers, members of the expedition, and then you essentially have some time to like roleplay during the travel, because there will be like NPCs you might interact with. And then things will start happening.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on how long the social scenes will be, and how like seeing how much how the pace will go. Like the shit might hit the fan already on the first session or like on the second one, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the guild master is this guy.
oh god, yeah, I need to choose whether it's I need to choose between the two styles that I'm looking at.
I like your suffering over these styles.
I mean, you are still thinking between the guardian and piercing thunder, Donut?
Yeah, yeah. I quite like both. I like both the maneuvers, but what's really going to decide it for me is the feat chain. Of the ones. So if I quickly just link one set there, and then
Yeah, I googled them. I'm looking at them.
yeah.
I have 105 gold.
Rip gold.
I think Traveler's Any Tool is 150, isn't it? That's the only thing I can think of to
Probably.
spend my gold on.
Mm-hmm.
They become
Any
cursed
tool
for 1 round.
is 250. Okay.
Curse descriptor.
Maybe there's something cool I can make my sword out of.
I can make my sword out of silver to get some bonuses. Other than that, not really. I mean, if you make your sword out of silver, I can pick up a thing that gives enemies vulnerability to silver.
I mean, I might just do that.
I mean, the Eternal Guardian plays with like the curses. Seems
It would
interesting.
give it a penalty to.
Yeah, so yeah, both are pretty cool.
I'd have to do alchemical silver, but that would give me a minus to damage overall.
Yeah, so I'm afraid I cannot offer a tiebreaker, Donuts. Ultimately, it's like the question of which might be. Although that probably would be a wrong way to phrase that question. Like, what would be more useful? Because I imagine both these roads can give useful stuff.
I could make my
Yeah.
sword out of leprosy-causing glass.
Well, my only issue with Piercing Thunder is it's very much focused on the charge.
Yes, hence why I have it.
Yeah, so I'm thinking I probably won't go that. I'll go Eternal Guardian. That's very much more about.
That could work, and it also adds another fun foil between siblings, right? Because one is like charging, piercing thunder, and the other one is like guardian.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
The hilarious part is hang on a sec. Traits.
What?
I also have Eternal Guardian.
Yeah, I have to choose between Eternal Guardian and
Why is there a combat
Piercing
trait
Thunder.
called Scarred by Space Pirates?
You don't want to be scarred
were-
by space pirates?
I mean, they released.
You were attacked by space pirates in your youth, inspiring you to find ways to deal with the alien interlopers should they return.
What book is it from?
People of the Stars, Player's Companion.
No, player.
Makes sense. They have done space stuff before Starfinder.
Yeah, they released as I read it on Wiki, they released Distant Stars, and because that sold so well, they went with Starfinder.
Like Castrovel is a fun one. It's the planet elves come from. And I forget the name, but the main elf nation in, I think it's Kyonin, in Pathfinder, Galarian, has a portal to the planet in their capital. But non-elves aren't allowed to go there. The closest non-elves can get is a border city where they're allowed to trade.
Space elves.
Yep. Elves are from space. Humans were made by aboleths. At least Galarian humans were made by aboleths.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's why we also get fucking skills according to the disciplines that we have, or the class skills.
Free
is
class
in the middle
skills.
of World War One.
Okay, so sense motive becomes a class skill.
I mean, technically here soon, based off of how the Galarian counter is with the Earth calendar. Earth should be entering World War II here soon.
Oh dear.
So the Rasputin must die, Stalin must die.
Yeah, you really think really think that Raids of Winter should be the next adventure we try to play?
Oh no, not that.
I've heard
fest.
that it's actually one of the hardest adventure paths if played straight.
I mean, isn't there like one point where they're basically saying kill them all, the GM kill them all when they have to go through the snowstorm?
Yes. The party is going through a snowstorm to infiltrate a village. They can't see in the snowstorm, like more than 5 feet in front of them. The inhabitants of said village can and fly and have ranged attacks.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, at which
So
point it's
the
basically
DM has to ignore that section. Just let them get into the village.
like. I mean, I don't even know. Like, it's a pretty long trek, right? As well, Zach.
Yeah, it's like it's from forest clearing to the village. I think it's like 1,000 feet, 500 feet, something like that. Easily plenty of time for your players to get fucked.
Exactly. Like, even if you have stuff like protection from arrows, like it can't protect you against like that many arrows.
But like, it's a blizzard. You're walking through rough terrain. You're moving like 5 feet around, basically, too.
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to be stealthy. Like,
You just don't get shot.
Yeah.
Oh, and you're level 2 at this when you do this, if I recall.
Oh yeah, even better.
Yeah. It's like you're not even a high level when this happens. It's like level 2. It might be
The
level 3 or 4, I forget, but it's in the first book.
how do I say the wow? You're still playing this campaign. Go play a better one part of the book. Mm.
The rest of it's actually fun. If you look at Rasputin's stat block, he's actually a hilarious fight.
It shows up twice, which is kind of Rasputin. Actually, wasn't
Well,
it 3 times?
So when you kill him, and I forget if it's a D4 or D6 rounds, he like wakes back up with first it's a quarter, then I think it's a half of his HP, and with the same amount of spell slots missing. But it's like you're in the middle of looting him, and like he just wakes up and grabs your arm.
Oh yeah, surprise!
I mean, fighting with Rasputin, obligatory background music, Bonnie M.
Of course.
I mean, I
Yeah,
think Zach has that as music even when Rasputin is nowhere near. So yes.
Hey, I like my disco.
Although to be fair, I prefer the metal version of that song, the made by Turifas or Turisas.
I mean, you don't like the
Original is fine too, but
the German song sung by a Jamaican man about a Russian man? Because it's a German band that plays it. It's a Jamaican that sings it. And it's about Rasputin.
I mean, you also have like the German disco band called Genghis Khan who sang Moscow.
Oh yeah, Moscow.
Uh-huh. I haven't listened to that song in a while.
Okay, so 6 known, 4 readied. Okay.
What are some fun maneuvers you got, Zach?
Let's see. Let me go to my spells. Because I just put it in spells.
I mean, that's where it should be, so.
Let's see. I have Snapping Turtle Stance, which oh no, I can make shield bash attacks without losing my shield bonus. I already have that from improved shield bash, whatever. But it increases my shield bash damage by a d6 damage. And that adds to that every 8 initiator levels, which it'll be useful for low levels. And the other one is a defensive one, and instead it increases my shield AC. Is my other stance. So I have offensive and defensive stance. And since they're Iron Tortoise, I have an ability that let's see, it wasn't that one. Which one was it? I think it was this one. Nope. Here we go. I have a class ability that also increases my AC if I'm in a Golden Lion or Iron Tortoise stance. So let's see. Then for actual strikes or actual maneuvers, I have 2 strikes, Bronze Lancet Charge, and Voracious Dive. Both are charges. I've got Oaken Shield and Iron Shells counters. Those, one is I can make a the Oaken Shield is I make against a melee ranged attack. I make an attack with my shield, adding my shield bonus to AC to the attack. Wait, no, this one is I increase my AC against the attack by 4 with my shield bonus. The other one is I make the shield bash attempt with my full base attack bonus and add my shield bonus to AC against the attack roll. to deflect it.
So you're just parrying with your shield at that point.
Yes.
Mhm.
Then
Mhm.
I also have 3 boosts. One gives allies within 30 feet plus 2 morale on attack and damage for 1 round.
Mm-hmm.
The other one gives my next charge an additional 1d6 points of damage. And the last one is until my next turn, I get plus 2 to attack, an additional 1d6 points of damage.
Makes sense. How do I say? I don't have any super cool at level 1, but at level 3 I can do a really rude maneuver where I walk up to someone, hit them, and then dash away, leaving them unable to move until the next, like for a turn. So they're basically standing there in the middle of the battlefield doing nothing, because nobody is right next to them.
When I initiate a counter or a strike, I also get a free shield bash attempt.
Oh wow, that's pretty good actually.
Yeah.
Especially since you increase the damage of it.
Yes. And my 2 gambits are when I successfully like charge and hit someone is the first gambit. Let's see, here it is. The reward for it, other than what I get normally, is my allies gain a morale bonus equal to my initiation modifier on the damage roll of the next attack they make before the start of my next turn. And the other one is if I charge and successfully make a shield bash attempt against an opponent, is allies within 30 feet may make a free 5-foot step even if they have already made one this turn. So I can give bonus to damage or bonus to
ability.
Yeah. I guess that would be the way to put it through that wording. But,
are you gonna enchant your shield as a weapon or a shield? You have the shield spike, so you can choose.
I forget. Is it separate or is it?
If you have the shield spike, you can enchant it as a weapon. But how do I say? There's a couple of things that like add your defensive bonus to like hit with shield bash.
Well, it is currently just a magic shield that has a spike on it. It's enchanted for defense.
Understandable.
I thought it hit both. Do you have to enchant it both ways, or?
Out of curiosity, are your characters gonna be sleeping in armor or?
I mean,
like,
I have light armor. So...
Yeah, I have light armor.
I have light armor, so I could, but I probably won't.
I'd have to pick up endurance because I have medium armor.
I'd have to. I can't because I'm going to be in full plate.
I would also be in full plate, but I can't wear heavy armor. I'm not proficient in it, so instead I just have magic armor.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, Warlord.
And the second question. Go ahead.
No.
The second question was like out of curiosity because I don't remember. Was the rule like how long does it take to put on the armor?
Depends.
Depends. Okay.
Yeah, it's a while unless somebody helps you, unfortunately.
Yeah. A while is a little bit of an understatement.
It's not instant armor. What's the spell that lets you put on your armor? Instant armor just gives you a suit of armor. There's another one that, like, equips it to you. I don't know. There's also the Bed of Iron spell we could get. There's the Keep Watch spell we could get. If someone wants to get UMD, hell, that probably should actually be me since I have charisma.
Probably for them.
Well,
just out of curiosity, what stat do you, if you decided to dump, did you dump?
Wisdom.
Okay.
As is appropriate.
Yeah,
that's appropriate.
Well, I'm going to be relying on my class to save for me with my will saves.
My dex isn't great, but I have my charisma bonus to my reflex instead of dex, so there's that at least.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
pretty good.
good.
My
Mhm.
dump stat was charisma, but due to my racial ability enhancement, it is now charisma and constitution.
Wait, is everyone dumping charisma?
No, I'm not. I need it for my class.
I
So,
am.
so the orc warlord is the most charismatic member of our party. I
mean,
mean,
yeah,
it's fitting in a way.
Yeah, it's
What-
probably have the most forceful personality.
To be fair, I have 2 ranks into bluff, diplomacy, and intimidate.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yep.
I also
Question
need all of
for-
those for my disciplines.
A quick question for the DM: do we need to send you in a token of our characters, or will you handle
I should
that?
get a picture.
I'm fine. If you want to use your like regular picture, that can be fit into. If you want to make tokens on your own, because I think you know that you can use token tool. That's also up to you.
Hmm.
Essentially, if I may, I'm leaving the matters of character pictures and tokens. If you want to use tokens, up to you on your side.
So you want a token from us? Mm-hmm.
It's
Oh look, Gordon.
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
just checking. Like, if I don't give you a token, do you just give me a round square, or do I actually get a picture of mine?
I'm just gonna be, throwing your character picture that it's fit into 5x5 square.
It's a square. Oh no, dude.
So I don't know. I think might be noticing a trend with my maneuvers on what discipline I've focused on.
Mhm.
Apparently, I'm due to the picture I've chose. I'm technically not a green skin.
All right.
I'm more gray.
So grayskin. Huh.
Rare skin, huh?
I mean, it's greenish gray, right?
Though, if you really can't or don't want to use token tool, you might send pictures my way full resolution. Then I'm gonna make a
Token
token with
tool
like
2.0.
simple round and send you the token, and then you can upload token on your own end.
Oh no, it's fine.
Oh, that's fucking Primal Fury. Shit. I fucking closed that one down. Damn it.
I don't think I took any Primal Fury yet, but I do get a charge at, I think it's level 2 or level 3.
No, it's what was it? Oh, it's Iron Tortoise. That's what.
Iron
There we go.
Tortoise has a lot of good counters.
Yeah, I wanted to grab. I say
Though to use those, you might actually need to pick up the feat that lets you.
why?
There's a feat that lets you treat. I think it's a specific weapon as like a specific type of weapon as as part of any discipline's weapon group that you have.
What about this?
That would work too.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
well, it says for the purposes of performing a shield bash.
All are essentially the same
If
metrics.
it says anything that you get, if you can use it for strikes, then I'd say yeah.
Yeah.
Shield bash attacks or martial maneuvers used for weapons of this type, such as Iron Tortoise. Okay. It
Yeah,
specifically calls out Iron Tortoise.
Yeah. In which case, I'm torn between taking Angering Smash, which
Now-
imposes a debuff, or
There's-
Iron Shell.
So the benefit for using a weapon of the weapon group is, I think it's a bonus to DC, and I forget if it's a bonus to hit. But you can use any weapon for any strike as long as it's like it's still at least somewhat fitting. Like you can use a sword for an axe strike. You can't use a bow for an axe strike.
Yeah.
Fantasy name generator.
Does Angering Smash even have a save? Oh, it doesn't. Okay, well in that case, I'm taking Angering Smash.
See, should I do? Ooh, let's do an Uruk-hai name.
Here you go.
They don't have Uruk-hai names. Warhammer.
Oh no, Warhammer names for this?
I went with a little bit more of a human-sounding name, even though it is like it's stereotypical, like northern name. Because I think being raised by humans, that makes a little bit of sense.
Oh god, there's one that's literally just orc in the list. It's like, what's orc? What's your name? Orc.
That is a Warhammer name, not gonna lie.
Okay, so that's that one done.
Just the orc named orc becomes the orc war boss.
That would make sense. Quick thing, I probably will have to bounce in like around 10 minutes.
Understandable.
Is there like anything like? Can you think of like anything like super important that you need to ask? Like now, is there something comes to mind that we didn't talk about and we should? I just have nothing. Nothing comes to my mind that we missed something.
Same here.
Nothing there either.
I'm good.
I'm just looking at that token.
It is a token.
Actually, that it would be. It should be possible to. Hold on. Because I'm thinking about something.
Was it crushing? Oh, it's crushing below. That's the Primal Fury one. I might actually swap that one out. Honestly, yeah, I think I will.
That's actually a really good one, if I recall. Isn't that the one that staggers?
It's the one that causes them to be flat-footed.
Okay.
But I don't think we have anyone who can like capitalize off sneak attacks. So
No, but that is still they're flat-footed.
yeah, I might go for another defensive one, possibly Iron Shell.
Well, think of it this way: if they're flat-footed and then you use one that targets touch, like from Veiled Moon.
Is anyone here going Veiled Moon?
I mean, I'll have Veiled Moon, but not sure that's much interest to you. I'll have Mithril Current, Veiled Moon, and Riven Hourglass, and maybe some splash of the red sword thingy.
Crimson Razor or Scarlet whatever? Scarlet Thread.
Scarlet whatever, indeed.
So I was like, the red sword one. Okay, is that Crimson Razor or Scarlet Thread? Because both are sword ones.
Yes.
They're both red.
Yeah, so yeah, Primal Fury is the one that leaves them flat-footed, or I can go for my only real defensive ability, actually. I think I will take a. I don't have any counters now that I think about it, so I will actually take one. And I can thankfully use it with my polearm.
Why doesn't the full body image show up?
Benito.
And there's also my first boost as well. Okay, there we go. I think I've sorted out my maneuvers. I've got 2 stances. Valiant Keeper stances are both from the Eternal Guardian. One means that if you guys are moving within in the squares that I threaten, which by the way, when I believe that when I full round action and increase my threatened area, means that you'll be able to move around in that without provoking attacks of opportunity. This is primarily for people that are not Zach.
Is that a choice? Can I still provoke if I want to?
Yeah, so while I maintain the stance, your allies do not provoke attacks or opportunity from enemies while they move through squares that I threaten. Once again, this is more if you're up front, and this is more to keep other people from moving away, as opposed to.
I'm pretty sure he can just say, "I don't do it for you," because it's not a magical effect; it's just something he's doing.
That's fair.
I've also got Vigilant Keeper stance, which is while I maintain this stance, opponents treat all squares I threaten as difficult terrain. This does not prevent those opponents from charging through the threatened area, however. In addition, whenever I hit an opponent with an attack or opportunity, that opponent becomes cursed until the end of my next turn. I'll get onto what cursed being, I believe, cursed is something I can play around with, but that comes later. I've got Scything Strike from Scarlet Throne, which is just I get attack 2 adjacent enemies with 1 attack roll. Guard's Oath is I hit someone. If it hits, I deal weapon damage as normal, and the target must succeed at a will save or become cursed and unable to move within my threatened area, including 5-foot steps, and using the withdraw action without provoking an attack of opportunity from me for 24 hours. If the target drops all weapons it is holding, it can make another saving throw to end this effect. An affected target that is not holding a weapon can pick up a weapon, then drop it again to gain a new saving throw that can never do more than one save per round. Which is, I think, a pretty neat one. Strike of the Infinite Protector is pretty basic. I hit someone, and if I do an ally within 30 feet, I can give them a +2 bonus to AC for 1 round. Angering Smash is I hit an enemy, and if I do hit them, I actually make a Shield Bash attempt, but thankfully Armament Shield covers that. If I hit with that quote-unquote Shield Bash, they take a -4 penalty on attack rolls to attack any other target. But me. Iron Shell is a counter, which is just a Shield Bash attack to knock away another Shield Bash. And then Warden's Bearing, I gain a +2 bonus on a combat maneuver check. I do not provoke attack opportunities for making that attempt, and I'm treated as 1 size category larger for determining who it can affect. I'm going to put these actually in a separate category. And yeah, being able to curse people is a gimmick that I think I can make use of later down the line.
I think
Have a good day.
I'll be taking my leave
Yeah.
because I think we have most of it all. So hopefully will see you guys next week.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
for the
See
I'm
ya.
a bounce as
one.
well.